Hello and welcome to my show, Dorm Dishes. I'm Chef Maeve Carey, and on this week's show, we are going to be making a spaghetti squash pasta with a candied pumpkin and bacon sauce. So to start out, you're going to need 1 spaghetti squash, 1 pumpkin, a stick of butter if you can, bacon complimentary of the calf, sugar complimentary of the calf, salt, and some fresh ground sage. So to start out, you're going to get your spaghetti squash and you're going to want to cut it in half before it's ready to go into the microwave. So before you start cleaning out the squash, you're going to take your butter and you're going to cut off about 2 tablespoons, more or less, which should look like this. Put it in a container you have around the dorm, and you're going to microwave that until melted. So I would say about 30 seconds. While that's being done, you're going to clean it out a little bit, and you're going to dispose of the insides. You're going to clean it out just as if it was a pumpkin. Once you have the seeds and guts out, you're just going to take your melted butter and you're just going to drizzle it in here. Just rub it in there. Make sure it gets all the parts that are shown. The squash is going to be in the microwave for a total of 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how big or small it is. And you're going to do it in 5 minutes at a time. So then you can check on it. So while that's in for the first 5 minutes, we're going to start on the sauce. You're going to take the pumpkin, and you're also going to cut that in half. Cut that in half, makes it easy to get the insides out. You're going to take chunks, you're just going to peel off the back. You're just going to take small chunks like that. And make sure they're getting soft. It's going to go in for 5 more minutes, and we'll check on it once more. So once you have a good enough amount of pumpkin, this is a 1 serving dish, so you won't use too much. Then you will start with the rest of the sauce. You're going to get 2 tablespoons once again to start out with the butter, and then 2 more. This will be the basis of your sauce, so you're going to start it with 2 tablespoons, 2 more. So to save time, I'm just going to throw this in with the squash as it's cooking. Let it continue cooking. I'm going to get your sugar out, and that is what we're going to candy the pumpkin in. And what you're going to do is you're going to start out with 3 tablespoons, which is just an original spoon.
2, 3.
You're going to get your butter out. You're going to want to fold that in with your pumpkin.
Fold it in.
Fold it in until the butter is completely mixed in with the pumpkin. And then you're going to throw that in for a minute. Once you take out your butternut squash, you're going to want to put it in foil and let it sit in there so that it can soften up even when it is out of the microwave. The squash is going to be hot enough that it's going to continue to cook even outside. And you're going to make sure you're going to put the candied pumpkin back in. And you're going to cover these for about 5 minutes. You're gonna put them to the side. Once your candied pumpkin is ready, you're gonna take it out, stir it up. From the pumpkin, and the butter is gonna act like the base of the sauce. And then you're going to get another spoon, and you're gonna do 5 tablespoons of bacon. You're gonna add 5 tablespoons straight to the pumpkin. So you're gonna go 1,
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, extra. You never have too much bacon.
then you're gonna stir that up. Throw that in. But before you do so, you're gonna add the rest of the stick of butter.
The stick of butter has 8 tablespoons. I added 2 to glaze the squash, and then I added 4 already to the pumpkin, and then add the last tablespoon of butter.
I'm gonna throw that back in for about a minute. You're gonna get your squash, and you're gonna get ready to make it into your pasta. So this is the easy part with spaghetti squash. When you want to make it into pasta, you literally take a fork and you take to your softened squash and you just tear it down through. Do you see how it's literally just turning into strands? You're just going to pull gently and evenly with the squash. So in my house, we like to use the least dishes as possible. So what you can do, you're gonna take your pasta, just throw it right into your foil.
The best way to cook is if you just throw away all your utensils in the end.
With your sauce, you're gonna wanna stir that up, and you're gonna wanna add your seasoning. Now you wanna measure it with this. Just kidding, that's a ruler. You're gonna wanna measure it with a spoon. So you're gonna add a half a tablespoon of sage, which is really just gonna cover the bottom part. You're gonna add that, and then you're gonna add salt to taste. Take the salt, you're gonna do a little Salt Bay action all over it. No, you're gonna take your sauce, and you're gonna add it to your pasta. And you're just gonna garnish it with a little extra sage. Put that on top there. And there's your finished product.
Delicious.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and catch us next week.